students, and welcome to week 2 of our learning together. In reading our text this week, it really asked us to think about our own belief system as educators. What do we believe about teaching students to read? So first you examined your own reading background, how you were taught to read, and then you learned about some different theories and philosophies on reading itself. So let's take a step back and think about the belief systems that were presented to us this week in our reading. So the first was a bottom-up type of belief system where an educator would believe that all students must learn how to decode, and they know the relationship between all letters and sounds, and they've mastered the alphabetic principle. So before any meaning can be formed when a student engages with a text, the educator believes that all students must have a very strong foundation and have explicit instruction before they can begin to interact with the text. The next type of belief system was the top-down belief system, where an educator believes that students can comprehend even when they're not able to decode and identify each word, so that when a student is engaging with a text, even though they do not have mastery over all letters and sounds and they're not able to identify each word, they still are able to comprehend a lot of what's happening in the text. And finally, the last type of belief system is an interactive belief system, where the educator believes that students learn by developing strategies in meaningful contexts, that they understand some of the alphabetic principle, maybe have some phonics skills under their belt, but they really develop their skills while they're engaging with the text, and that they process letters and sounds and decode unknown words as they're forming meaning with the text itself. We know as educators that over time we'll begin to interact with students. And as we take a step back, we have to think about which approach really helps us to differentiate instruction. So to really be an effective teacher and meet the needs, the differentiated needs of individual students, it's important that we sort of consolidate and think about all of these approaches together. And in order to really create an effective environment for students, we really need to really think about which theory, which belief system meets the needs of each one of these students. Because over time, we're going to meet students and engage with students who are going to need a different approach. And so for us as educators, we're going to have to use all of the information that we collect over time so that we can differentiate our practice to meet the needs of each individual student. Our new learning this week will teach us about the foundations of language and literacy. So we will learn how to interact with students. We'll think about how literacy develops. We'll think about what a literate environment looks like. We'll think about the role of language and assessment. I look forward to learning with you this week.